Hi, welcome to the Real Slim Katie channel. I'm Katie, and this is a vlog I record for YouTube, which covers mental health, physical health, and overall wellness, including addiction issues. This is the second episode in a series I'm recording covering the COVID-19 pandemic and how I believe it is also a mental health crisis. This episode is going to cover how the ego plays a large role in our negative thinking patterns and really keeping us from achieving our full potential. I know that in my own life, I've struggled a lot with my ego, especially when I was in active addiction. When I met the man who's my fiance today, I was still drinking, and I was a severe alcoholic at the time. And I remember him telling me, you know, if you and I are going to work out, you're going to need to stop drinking, because it was way out of hand, and it was causing me harm to myself, my family, my job, multiple areas of my life. And at first I knew he was right. I knew that I had a problem, and that in order to improve my life, I needed to take steps to stop harming myself. But inside, my ego didn't like this. I didn't like that it wasn't my idea or my decision to quit at that time. Never mind that I had tried multiple times in the past to quit drinking, unsuccessfully. I felt that it was my right, to spend the money I had made, the few precious dollars I made at the time, on alcohol, and that if I wanted to wreck myself, well, I was going to. I knew that quitting drinking was the right choice, but when your ego plays such a large role in your head, especially as an addict, it fueled a lot of my behaviors, and I could hear in my voice, almost as if it was the character from Lord of the Rings, Gollum. I could almost hear it saying, like, we want to drink. Nobody has the right to tell us we can't drink. It's our choice. We make the money. These crazy thoughts I was hearing of how my fiance Paul wasn't trying to help me. He was trying to take away my right to drink. And that's what the voice was telling me. And my ego has led me down multiple paths like that, where I'm doing things that I shouldn't be doing to myself, but they were my choice, so at least I felt justified in harming myself. It wasn't until my life started to turn around that I realized that quitting drinking was the right choice, in the end. And I think there's a message out there that people hear that I don't believe is true. And that message is that you need to quit for yourself. You don't quit or do anything for anybody else. But when you're in active addiction, it doesn't really matter why you quit. It only matters that you do quit. And those reasons, whether they're for yourself or others, the ones that are going to stick with you will come later. For me, at first, I quit because I liked Paul. He was a nice guy. I wanted to see where it was going to go. And I knew that quitting drinking was the right choice, but it wasn't my idea. It didn't organically come from my head. But later, as my life improved, I realized that was the right choice, and something I could have done years before, but never had the strength inside to do it. So that support from him really helped a lot. But it was weird to hear that voice inside my head telling me that I wasn't making a decision, my own decision. I was letting others make my decisions for me. I was weak. Because that's the addict voice. And some people, it's their ego. And it was leading me nowhere good. So thank you for joining me. And next week I'll have another episode out on another aspect of mental illness during mental health during the COVID-19 pandemic. And thank you for tuning in. As always, have an inspired day. Thank you.